Hello YouTube, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. My name is Joni and I have been off of YouTube for a little while now. I talk about knitting and wardrobe stuff, thoughtful clothing on my channel anyway. Yeah, as I've said in previous videos, which you may or may not know, if this is your first one, welcome, but I went on a little trip to Spain and England for what was supposed to be late March to mid-April, and because of reasons that ended up being, instead of a 3-week trip, a 6-week trip. And so I referenced a few times wanting to pack light and only pack a backpack, which I did for 3 weeks, and since my trip became a lot longer than that, I thought I would do a fun unpack with me video where I kind of go through and rate everything I did end up packing and how that worked out for me, because I have to say there were some choices that I'm happy with and others that I would absolutely change if I had to do it all over again. So without further ado, let me introduce the backpack. So yeah, this is rather large. It's about, I believe, 42 liters, 40 or 42 liters, and it's awesome. It was a gift from Alex, but I will take you into that in a minute. Also, side note, it is like 94 degrees today and I don't have air conditioning, so I'm gonna try to get this done with as little energy exerted as possible. So before we get into the backpack, I want to talk about what I was wearing on the plane, because that is, as I discovered, quite a difficult thing. In the course of my trip, I flew from New York to Madrid, from Madrid to Gijón, from Gijón to Barcelona, and then Barcelona to London, and then London to Reykjavik, and Reykjavik to New York. So I was on a lot of flights in this 6 weeks. So I started out wearing my heaviest clothes, which makes sense to some degree, and gradually changed to wearing the most comfortable clothes. So losing some space in my bag, but not being quite as restricted. So this is the top I wore on my return flight. It is a plain black tank top from And Other Stories. Not too much special about it, but I really like it. I would rate this absolutely a 10 out of 10 for bringing. I wore this like most of the days. Honestly, this is like my most worn item, and I did have access to laundry, so I was able to wash it a few times. It needs to be washed right now, but anyway. I like that it is kind of a ribbed fabric. It's got a good like stretch, but a slight sturdiness to it. Nice and sturdy at the top. The straps are not too thick, not too thin. And it's got this cute little flattering like ruche detail at the top, which just, for me, looks nice. So 10 out of 10, I would absolutely say get yourself a plain black tank top and bring that. So for bottoms, this is something I didn't actually bring with me, but something I purchased in Liverpool. This is a pair of plain black leggings. They are just plain workout leggings. These ones are from Pink. You can get any type that suits you, but I bought these while I was in Liverpool because we were going on a little hike the next day, and I realized that the other stuff I bought for the hike would not go well with the workout leggings I brought, and I have to look cute even doing outdoorsy stuff. It's just, I'm just like that. So yeah, so I bought these, and yeah. So I would definitely say, if you're gonna bring workout leggings, just bring black. Just go with the black, please. Don't waste the space or time or money with anything else. So the next thing I brought for layering and warmth is this amazing fleece. This is from Through Dark. Really pricey brand, really good fleece. You don't need to spend this much money, but 1,000 out of 10. I slept in this on cold nights in Spain, where, you know, the hotels and apartments weren't necessarily warm enough. Wore this on the plane. Coming back, because I didn't want to make everything too bulky, I actually tied this around my waist while I was walking through the airport, so I could do that and then wear my jacket on top, which I will show in a second. So I would tie this around my waist, and then on the plane, if I got cold, I could put it on properly. But yeah, her name is Bella, and yeah, so a really good quality, like, black zip-up fleece is absolutely crucial. So yeah, as you can see, those are things that I rate very highly, and that's why I was wearing them. So for a jacket, because this was March and April, so it's still chilly, I brought this denim kind of fleecy lined jacket. This is from Levi's. I actually thrifted this for $15, which is absolutely amazing. It is so good, but I have to say this thing is heavy and it's bulky, and while it was the perfect level of warmth for the time of year and where I was, it was a lot carrying it through the airport and on trains and just all of the traveling around, because even once I was in England, I was in London, I went up to Carlisle, then we were at Liverpool, then we were in London, then we were in Poole, then we were in London again, and then back up to Carlisle, which was a whole other thing. Anyway, so lots of traveling around, and this thing weighs a lot. So if I were to do it again, and I were willing to sacrifice a little bit of looking cool, I would probably bring a little packable puffer jacket. This is the Pillow Puff. I got it at Aritzia, and I'm not going to take it out because that would take too long, but I would bring something like this instead. And to make up for some of the lost warmth, I would probably replace, well, you'll see as a cotton sweater, I'll probably replace that with like cashmere or wool. So, lessons learned there. Anyway, moving on to the actual bag. So, I have here on the front, as you could see, these are the only pair of shoes that I brought with me on the trip. And these are these massive sneakers that absolutely need to get cleaned. These are from Alexander McQueen. I got them at Nordstrom Rack, like, ridiculously on sale off of the original price, and I thought, these are great. Look at, they're great for stomping around. They are so stiff, so heavy, rather uncomfortable. Once I got another pair of shoes while I was over there, I basically stopped wearing these, except when I had to be carrying my stuff, because they don't pack as well. But obviously, on the plane, I changed that. So, what I wore instead was these hiking boots that I purchased also in Liverpool, because we were going to be doing outdoorsy stuff, so I needed them. Yes, these are absolutely amazing. The most comfortable thing in the world. I would bring these every single trip I ever go on, or everywhere I ever go, because I didn't even need to like break these in. These like just felt perfect from day one, so yeah. Anyway, bag now is open, and I don't actually even know what's in here because Alex helped me pack, so yes. Gonna put it down here. You guys have all seen it now. So starting off, this is the bag that Bella came in, and inside, it's just a waterproof bag. Inside is just some more like personal stuff and like gifts, so I'm not gonna show that. So next thing I will take out is another purchase while I was there. This is my waterproof that I purchased in Liverpool, and it has a hood in here. Anyway, yeah, as you can see, it's gray. Bella's black. My boots are like navy blue. I wanted like nice dark leggings to go with that, right? So I could look cute. Yeah. Next thing is these cough drops that I bought while I was there because I needed them, and these are amazing. So if you're in the US, I don't think we can get these in the US, but they're incredible. Yeah. So I'm going through this quickly because I don't want to run out of space, but This is just my skincare. I got a bunch of minis. I also have a toothbrush in there. I use children's toothbrushes, or like the toddler ones, because the smaller head makes it easier to reach your teeth. Just a little tip. There's no way I could have really made this any smaller. Skincare is what it is, and your skin likes what it likes. My skin actually still got really dry even with all of that, so yeah. So, next thing, a blazer. This one I actually purchased while I was in Spain. I had originally brought a navy blue blazer with me, but that one had some issues, and so I actually left it with my parents and replaced it with this one. But essentially, I had one blazer with me at all times. And I would rate this like 5 or 6 out of 10. It was really nice to have, to look nice, but the need for that didn't come up very often. And also, once I had to get packed into my stuff, as you can see, it gets very wrinkled. So it was like fighting with having to iron it at every hotel versus, you know, like being able to wear it. So I think like the wear to weight ratio of this is just not that good. I would probably have to find like some sort of alternative something to look nice, like a blazer that's not a blazer. Next is a pajama shirt. I ended up bringing 2 sets of pajamas, and that is not recommended. Just bring one set of pajamas. And like honestly, just like I should have just brought like one big oversized t-shirt and that's it. That would have taken up so much less space. Here's a cardigan that I'm going to talk about on my knitting podcast, but as you can see, big knit cardigan. I probably wouldn't bring this if I hadn't been knitting it while I was there. This is an area where I probably could have cut down. So like 3 out of 10, this large makeup bag, which at first was fitting all my skincare and everything in it, but is not now. I also have like empty bottles that were for shampoo that I ran out of like really, really quickly. So I ended up having to purchase full-size bottles of shampoo while I was over there, which then meant I just had to leave them everywhere I went. I don't know how to fix that though. I did get a little mini Denman brush. I'm not gonna take it out, but that was a good purchase. Yeah, I don't know how to fix that because obviously I need hair care, and just with the amount of hair I have, travel sizes just aren't enough. So, I don't know. I would definitely leave out certain makeup products like highlighter I don't need. I could probably even leave out foundation and concealer. I brought like a mattifying foundation. Don't do that. Your skin will get dry and it'll look nice the first couple times you use it, and after that your skin will just be like peeling off. So always bring a more moisturizing foundation than you normally need. That's what I learned. But honestly, I probably could have just brought like a full coverage like stick foundation and used that for both, and that would have saved a tiny bit of space. So next time. Also, this bag just isn't flexible enough. So yeah, I would give my makeup packing like a 4 out of 10. In here is some candy in a tote bag that I got at a yarn store. It's quite cute. I will talk about that more on my podcast, but that was a specific request to purchase for someone. People asking me to bring them stuff back is like really counterproductive to my whole trying to pack light thing. So guys, if anyone I know is watching this and is aware of me going on a trip again, just don't, please. Hi, Ron. Pajama shorts, again, probably not actually necessary. Just wear a long enough t-shirt. So this next one, which amazingly got packed up tiny, is this oversized white shirt from 4 Days. And I'm gonna give this like a 5 out of 10 because it's really cute in theory that you can layer this, and I did layer it a few different ways. I layered it under a sweater, I layered it over a tank top, but certainly for the time of year I was in, maybe in summer when you might want something to throw on over your stuff that's not too hot, but like you want more coverage, it might work, but I think in April when layering was more about getting some warmth, it didn't really serve that purpose. It, once again, got super wrinkled, so it was difficult to keep it looking nice. And yeah, also white is kind of tough. Like, you're scared of wearing it and you don't have the best access to laundry, and if it gets stained, like, you're just shit out of luck. You have to carry it with you or just throw it out. Yeah, so it was good in theory. I think I would bring it again if it were like summer and it was more serving more of like a cover-up kind of function. But for April, when I actually needed layers to kind of keep warm, nah, not the best. So this is a bag that I actually purchased a bag in Spain, which I don't have here, but yeah, anyway, this is the bag it came in, and I use this for dirty laundry. So inside is socks and underwear, which I'm not going to tell you about in too much detail. Essentially all you need to know is I brought about 10 pairs of underwear and like 5, maybe 6 pairs of socks, and that actually worked out well, other than purchasing wool socks for hiking. I ended up having laundry facilities, but that really just depends on how much access to laundry you're gonna have. I can't really make that calculation for you. So like, I don't know, 10 out of 10, the underwear situation worked. So, next thing, these are the jeans I brought, which, these are from Everlane. They're cheeky jeans, so they're like a kind of straight leg, high rise, light wash denim, which I thought was appropriate for spring, and I wore these nearly every day except for when they were being washed. And I can't really have any complaints, except that jeans are obviously bulky and heavy and not very comfortable to wear on a flight. So you have to cut back somewhere if you want to bring them, but also they're versatile and they don't need to be washed that often. So all in all, I would say like 8 out of 10, I would bring these again. I might go with like a black jean so that they could be a bit more versatile, because these are very casual, whereas a black, at least if it's not too hot out, would be more could be dressed up more. So that's sort of where I would alter this a little bit. So, next piece. This is just another tote bag. I ended up with a few of these with me. I just need to wash that. Yeah, don't bring extra bags and like totes and stuff, because that's something you can just buy while you're there if you really need it for like $5. But it just adds more bulk, and you somehow always end up with more than you need, because I always end up with an extra tote bag on every trip I go on. So just 0 out of 10, just don't bring one. Next thing, these are the other workout leggings I brought, and I just later decided they didn't go with my outfit, so I just never wore these on the trip. So 0 out of 10, just bring black. So here I have yarn, which is all packed at the bottom. I will say, to the note on packing, if you're a knitter like me, don't bring yarn to use, except for like the yarn that you're currently working on, the project you're currently working on, because I brought 2 skeins of this and I didn't even touch them. Spoiler alert for my knitting podcast episode, but yeah, it's a lot of yarn. Yeah, if you're a knitter, you're gonna buy yarn while you're there. Don't bring extra. You will buy some. You're gonna have too much. Alright, so the sweater I brought, the one sweater, is from Patagonia. It's this just like oversized, simple cotton sweater. I'll give this like a 6.5 out of 10 for packing, because it is lightweight for a sweater. The color is neutral, so that's good. I was able to layer it with things. Downsides: light color. When I layered it under one of my blazers, the dye leaked onto it, which I was able to get out, but that was a lot of stress. Second thing, cotton, not really good for warmth. So unless the temperature was kind of like in the specific range that this is good for, it didn't really do enough for me. and then that necessitated a heavier jacket than what I could have brought, which would be a lighter weight jacket, which would have saved me a lot of weight. So next time I would say I would bring something like, if I don't have it right here, but I have like a thin cashmere silk blend sweater in a dark gray, and I think that one would be a little bit better than this. More yarn. I will talk about that later. Another set of pajamas. This is like a romper. Again, I don't know why I brought 2 sets of pajamas. I don't need them. I have a sports bra here, which Alex very cleverly wrapped the straps around it to fasten it. And I will say, I did wear it, and it was nice to wear on the plane over there. It was definitely more comfortable than like a regular bra, but the regular bras I wear don't have wire anyway, so I would just say just bring one bra, honestly. It's gonna get sweaty and gross, but like, if you're a girl, you know, they already are. We don't wash them nearly often enough, and if you do, you're probably a psychopath. Anyway, yeah, it's not necessary. I don't do any exercise that's high impact enough to actually need those, so I don't know why I brought it. Next piece is, oh my gosh, I'm sorry, I'm getting to the bottom here. This slip dress, which is from Aritzia, and it's this cute like nude kind of color, champagne color maybe. It's really cute, and in theory a nice neutral slip dress is perfect. It was too cold most of the time, and I was doing things that were too active, and I didn't really have, as you can see, like shoes that looked nice with this. I did when I went to Spain. I had a nice pair of navy loafers that went with the navy blazer. But once I was dropping the navy blazer, I didn't have anything that went with the navy loafers, and so this ended up just kind of being packed in my bag. I wore it one day in London, and that's it. So I can't give this a 0 out of 10, or even like a 1 out of 10, because in theory it's like it would be nice to have a dress, but in practice it didn't work out, so I would just have to rethink that completely. This is my case with my sunglasses. So I have to give these a 10 out of 10 even though I never wore them, because every time I go on a trip it's like I know that I'm not gonna wear the sunglasses, but also if I don't have them with me I like seriously regret it. So yeah, I'm never gonna be able to go without them, so I had no choice. Alright, finally, this is the last pair of pants I brought, and oh boy, they are wrinkled. So these are also from Aritzia. I'm seeing sort of a trend here, but I got these off of ThredUp, and they are 100% silk and really lightweight, and I thought that would be great. You know, they're light, they fit easily into the bag, and they look kind of nice, right? Yeah, okay, so the wrinkles, that's the main thing. And I couldn't just wash them because they're dry clean only. So yeah, they ended up being pretty useless. I did wear them a couple times when I had to because my jeans were taking forever to dry, but it didn't work out. Next time, something else, anything else. Finally, the only other shirt I brought, which was this white tank top from 4 Days, and it's similar to the black one I showed where the straps are kind of not super thick, not super thin, and it's got a bit of a rib texture. This was really nice, and I think in theory, white tank top, black tank top, perfect for basics. The only thing that didn't work out in practice is that my lip balm spills on it one night, and I couldn't get the oily stain out. And because it's white, it shows. And I'm not gonna like look for it intensely, but you believe me. So next time, would I bring something with like color? Maybe. I think here is actually where I would add something into my packing, because by the end of 3 weeks, it was like, great, white tank top, black tank top, that's all I need to wear. By the end of like week 5, it was like I would do anything for just a t-shirt. Just a shirt that I haven't been wearing for the last 5 weeks. So yeah, definitely 2 shirts, enough for 3 weeks. Once you get to like 4 or 5 weeks, add another couple of shirts. Just do it. More yarn. That was probably like most of the volume of my bag. And finally, my ballet slippers. I was really intending to do some ballet while I was there, and I did not. So yeah, 0 out of 10. You are not doing ballet on vacation. Just don't bring them unless you are a professional ballerina. But if you are like me and you just sit in your house and casually do ballet, then no, don't bring them. Alright, so that was my packing. All in all, I would rate my packing like a 7 out of 10. Because I was able to function. I did like get through it all. But my outfits got really boring by the end. I didn't feel very stylish by the end, and I also was carrying a lot of weight, and there were things I definitely could have pared down. So, yes. But I've learned a lot from that in terms of how to pack, and I hope you've learned something from my hits and misses here. So, anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoy this content, or if you just want me to get back to my knitting content, please subscribe. Bye bye.